Imagine a little boy standing on a quiet street in New York. He looks up at the tall buildings and whispers to himself, "One day, the world will know my name." That boy grew up to become the most talked about man on earth. He built golden towers. He lost everything. He came back stronger. And one cold January morning, he stood on the steps of the White House and said, "I am your president." This is not just a story. This is the unbreakable American dream, told slowly, clearly, and with fire in every word. Welcome to Slow English Practice. We will walk step by step through the life of Donald J. Trump, from a rich kid to a broke man to the 45th president. No rush, no fear, just English and inspiration. Let's begin. It's June 14th, 1946. A baby cries in a big White House in Queens, New York. His name? Donald John Trump. His father, Fred Trump, is a tough builder with German blood. His mother, Mary, is a gentle Scottish immigrant who loves music. Donald is the fourth child, but he acts like the first. The Trump house has 23 rooms, a garden, and a chauffeur. Every morning, a shiny car takes the kids to private school. Money? Never a problem. But Fred Trump says, money doesn't make you strong, winning does. Little Donald loves baseball, fighting, and being the boss. At age 7, he throws rocks at the neighbor's baby. At age 10, he bullies classmates. One day, he throws an eraser at his teacher. The teacher cries. Fred Trump does not smile. He says, "You need discipline." So at 13, Donald is sent to New York Military Academy. Cold mornings, strict rules, uniforms, marching. But something magical happens. Donald loves it. He becomes captain of the baseball team. Girls write him letters. In the yearbook, they call him Ladies' Man. He learns, rules make you strong. High school ends. Donald wants more. He goes to Fordham University for 2 years. Then he transfers to Wharton, the Harvard of business. At Wharton, he studies real estate and money. He doesn't party. He doesn't drink. He works. In 1968, he graduates with a bachelor's degree. His father says, "Now come work with me." Donald joins Elizabeth Trump and Son. The company builds apartments for working families. Donald's first job? Walking door to door, collecting rent. He wears a suit, carries a clipboard, and learns. Every dollar counts. Fred watches closely. He says, "Never trust anyone. Be a killer." Donald nods. Inside, a fire burns. He thinks, "One day, I will be bigger than Dad." In 1971, Donald is 25. Fred makes him president of the company. Donald's first move? Change the name. Elizabeth Trump and Son sounds old and small. Donald wants glamour. He renames it the Trump Organization. The word Trump now means power. He moves to Manhattan, the city of dreams and danger. He sees an old, broken hotel, the Commodore. Dirty windows, empty rooms. Everyone says, "Stay away." Donald says, "This is gold." He makes a crazy deal with the city. He promises to fix it. In return, 40 years of tax breaks. Banks laugh, but Donald wins. In 1976, the Grand Hyatt opens. Shiny glass, golden lights. Celebrities walk in. Newspapers scream, "Trump is the new king of New York." The 1980s arrive like a rocket. Donald is on fire. He buys land on Fifth Avenue. He builds Trump Tower, 58 floors of pure luxury. Gold, marble, waterfalls. His name in giant gold letters. Michael Jackson visits. Princess Diana shops there. He marries Ivana, a tall, beautiful model from Czechoslovakia. They have 3 children, Don Jr., Ivanka, Eric. Tabloids call them the royal family of New York. Donald buys casinos in Atlantic City, Trump Shuttle Airline, a 200-foot yacht called Trump Princess, a mansion in Florida. In 1987, he writes The Art of the Deal. It sells 1 million copies in weeks. On TV, he says, I don't do it for money. I do it to win. America watches in awe. A new word enters the dictionary. Trump equals success. But every king falls. In 1990, the economy crashes. People stop gambling. Hotels empty. Trump's companies owe $3 billion. Banks call daily. Pay or lose everything. Donald sells the yacht, the airline, the mansion. His casinos fail. He files for bankruptcy not once, but 3 times. His marriage to Ivana ends. Tabloids scream, Trump is broke, the king is dead. Donald walks alone in Central Park. He looks at the sky and says, this is not the end, this is fuel. He is $900 million in debt. Banks give him $450 a day, like pocket money. He says, I have hit rock bottom, now I climb. Donald refuses to quit. He sells bad businesses. He focuses on one thing, his name. He buys 40 Wall Street, renames it the Trump Building. He turns red ink into black. In 1997, he writes The Art of the Comeback. Message: fall 7 times, stand up 8. His father, Fred Trump, dies in 1999. Donald cries at the funeral. He says, Dad, I made you proud. He thinks about politics. He joins the Reform Party, talks about running for president, but he waits. He says, my time is coming. In 2004, a producer says, Donald, host a TV show. The show? The Apprentice. 16 contestants, 1 boardroom. Donald sits in a throne-like chair. He points and says, you're fired. 20 million people watch every week. Donald earns $500 million. His face is on Trump steaks, Trump vodka, Trump mattress. He becomes America's boss. Kids say, when I grow up, I want to be Trump. In 2011, Donald speaks at CPAC. He says, China is eating our lunch. We need to win again. He starts the birther movement, questions Obama's birthplace. Media attacks, but millions cheer. On June 16, 2015, he rides down a golden escalator in Trump Tower, Melania by his side. He says, I am officially running for president. He promises, build the wall, bring jobs home, make America great again. The crowd roars. The world laughs. Donald smiles. He thinks, they laughed at my buildings too. 16 Republican candidates. Trump is last in polls, but he speaks like no one else. He wins. New Hampshire, South Carolina, Nevada, Super Tuesday. He says crazy things, but voters love truth. Hillary Clinton says he can't win. Trump says, watch me. Access Hollywood tape leaks. World says he's finished. Trump apologizes, then fights harder. Election night. TV says too close to call. Then, January 20th, 2017. Cold wind. Millions watch. Donald Trump says, I do solemnly swear. He cuts taxes for millions, builds 450 miles of border wall, makes peace in Middle East, Abraham Accords, fights China on trade, but impeached twice. COVID hits. 2020 election. Loses to Joe Biden. January 6, 2021. Supporters storm the Capitol. Trump says, "Go home. We love you." He leaves the White House, but his story, far from over. From a boy throwing rocks to a man moving nations, Donald Trump's life is a movie, a story of fire, falls, and flight. He lost billions and won history. He was laughed at and feared. He was down and never out. What's the lesson? Never give up. Speak your truth. Work like hell. Dream like a child. You are writing your story, one slow English sentence at a time, one brave step at a time. Like this video if Trump's fire touched you. Subscribe to Slow English Practice. New epics every month. Comment below. I will never give up. I will reply to every single one. Share this with someone who needs courage. Press the bell. Don't miss the next legend. Thank you for spending some time with me and with Donald Trump. Keep practicing. Keep fighting. Keep winning. Slowly. This is Slow English Practice. See you in the next masterpiece.